Hey guys, so there are actually new summon animations released for part 1 of Legends Fest, and these are not like, you know, Jocko's car level animations. These are real. At least one of them is real. There's some other one that I've gotten a few times. If you guys saw my summon stream, I did get, there's actually, well, we'll do the real one first, and then we'll talk about the other one. As far as I know, there's only 2 new ones. I guess it's possible there could be another one, but I imagine it's probably only these 2 because at this point people would see them all, so. Shout out to Ponchira on Twitter for posting this. But let's go ahead and just take a look here. This is actually going to be my first time reacting to this. I just saw that this had a lot of retweets and likes, so I'm imagining that this is going to be the new animation. So let's go ahead and make sure it's not super loud. Let's go. Super Gogeta. Oh damn! Damn, that looks good, yeah. And then it's guaranteed new character. Yeah, this type of animation, I mean, this is very similar to the Cell Max animation. So it looks like it just starts playing as soon as you load in. There's no like pull back, like for the Cell Max animation, like you pull back and then the Cell Max animation happens. This one is just you instantly load in and then he's right there. So, okay, yeah, so it's Super Gogeta versus Full Power Jiren. We're not going to get into a power scaling argument here, but this, yeah, I think we know who wins this. But this is cool. I mean, they have like kind of new animations for Jiren. Gogeta does like the dodging stuff. Yeah, I mean, it does look very good. This is a very good looking animation. This reminds me, like, this is the level of the Broly animation. I think this probably does seem a bit more intricate than the Cell Max animation. Although the Cell Max animation is pretty cool. It's Beast and MUI together. It's a cool team up. But this definitely looks like it has a lot more work put into it than the Cell Max animation. But it's probably close to Broly in quality. I mean, you know. You could tell like sometimes they reuse some stuff. This is obviously just a standard clash. And then we have the backflips, the Soul Punisher, and then this is obviously like Full Power Jiren's blue card, which we've seen a million times before. But yeah, this does look good. I still think again, you guys can hate me if you want, but I still think the Broly animation is the best looking summon animation. It feels like the most work went into that one. But yeah, this has gotta guarantee the new character. So we do have a Super Gogeta versus Full Power Jiren animation. And I guess this kind of does make sense because we just got a free-to-play Full Power Jiren. People were like, why is it Full Power Jiren? It makes no sense. I guess we kind of know why. Is it really to tie into the summon animation? I guess that might be the reason. So that is the first of the 2 new summon animations. Let me just go ahead and quickly pause here as I search for the second one. It's definitely not anywhere close to this, but it is a new animation, so we'll just document it quickly here. Okay, and then here is the second animation. Shout out to Beaky21 for this one. This is a much more, I think, common one. I did my summon stream already. This is me recording this after the summon stream. I did not get the Gogeta versus Jiren animation, but I did end up getting the Icarus animation. It's the Gohan riding Icarus animation. I did end up getting this a bunch of times throughout the stream. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. So that's pretty much it. It kind of replaces like Jocko's car or Tao flying in. It replaces the pods. It's kind of like the same location where those things happen. As far as I can tell, this really doesn't have any major implications on what you're going to get. See if we can get a good... Yeah, okay, so there's... I mean, they did have to create a model for Icarus and then also for Kid Gohan. Kid Gohan definitely doesn't look too detailed. I mean, it kind of looks like a PS1 model. But I imagine what they could do with this is they could probably just make this into a supporter down the line. Kid Gohan riding Icarus could definitely be a supporter. Or they could just do Icarus by himself as a supporter. If they went out of their way to make this an actual model in the game as opposed to something like Jocko's car, which is just like kind of like a PNG, and then also Tao on the pillars, also kind of like a PNG, just like sliding across the screen. This is an actual model that does like real like movement. So I think we could definitely see this as some sort of supporter down the line. But yeah, Gohan, you can definitely tell is kind of static here. But yeah, as far as I can tell, this doesn't actually mean you're getting anything much different. It really just looks like this is just guaranteed sparking, is what it seems to me. I don't know. And maybe it increases the chances of you getting a new character or something, or increases the chances of you getting an LF. Because usually what it feels like is like Jocko's car plus Blue Skies means you're almost always going to be getting an LF character. But sometimes you can get the Jocko car on Green Skies and it means absolutely nothing. So I think it's probably similar to that. But yeah, this is the second of the 2 new summon animations. So you guys can let me know what you think of these animations. Obviously, the Super Gogeta versus Broly, or Super Gogeta versus Jiren animation is insane. And this year, we actually have had the most new summon animations we've seen since the game came out. We had the anniversary update where we had the Cell Max versus Beast Gohan and MUI Goku animation, which I still have only seen one time ever. And now for Legends Fest, they gave us 2 new animations. Like, I would classify the Gohan and Icarus one as like an actual animation because it's not just a PNG, it's like an actual 3D model of the characters. So it's an updated version of like the Jocko animation. And then of course, Super Gogeta versus Jiren, which does have some reused things in there. Like we have the Clash, which is just a normal Clash animation. And then we have like the Jiren blue card and stuff like that. And I think actually even the I-beams from Jiren might be reused from like a cover change. So there's a lot of reused stuff in there, but honestly, people are seeming to like it. And I think if they can spice things up with more animations like this, it definitely could help the game just feel fresh and different along, even though they're super, super rare. Again, I'm like 100,000 CC in and I've not seen the Gogeta Jiren animation. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.